Usually it lets me do a waiting room. So, there's no waiting room today. We're jumping right in. Y'all caught me by the balls, bro. I'm going to give it a few minutes for people to be able to get in here because I know that there ain't nobody in here quite yet. And I was just getting some texts from our friendly neighborhood fat electrician. And in fact, oh man, I want to show you guys something here in 1 second. But I need to get this loaded up because holy crap, I won't be able to see your guys' comments because I know they're going to come in way too fast because y'all be doing the absolute most and I love you guys for it. Look at all of you pouring in. Hey, what's up, everybody? I love you guys. So we're going to be talking today about that Diddy trial update because man, oh man, we have had some twisties and some turnies. This whole thing has been wild all the way through. As I'm sure you guys understand. I'm sure you guys have seen it. But man, it is today in the final hour of this Diddy trial, stuff has gotten extra special stupid, extra special weird. And let me explain to you guys why. Now that I've do the thing, what is wrong with you? Hold on, give me half a second here. I need to get it to where you guys are actually on my tablet so that I can actually see your guys' comments because I don't want to miss supers or anything like that. And I can't really read them on this little screen. It goes by too fast. Pierce said, back to work tomorrow. Love you, buddy. Glad to have you here with us tonight. So look, the point that we're at in this Diddy trial, and this is really important to understand, the prosecution gave their case and they had witness after witness after witness. Ernest, big love and respect, homie. Thank you. Coming in and telling the jury these horrible things about Diddy. Okay? So, you know, we saw the video from Cassie, you know, with that hotel room incident where Diddy, she was trying to leave a freak off and Diddy dragged her, beat her, threw stuff at her, dragged her back to the hotel room to complete the freak off. That looked like coercion to me, bud. Physical violence and coercion. Now, what they need to be able to get the human trafficking charge, which is a big charge that carries life. It can carry up to life in the federal penitentiary. What they need to get that would be coercion. Because the defense's whole entire case is based upon the idea that Diddy is a bad person, but he didn't do what the feds are accusing him of doing. So, you know, they really base their entire whole premise around that. And Diddy bought the best lawyers that money can buy. Mark Agniflio, I believe is how you pronounce it, the husband of Luigi's attorney. He's a great attorney. He's got Brian Steele in there. Dude, the dude who was going to get Young Thug off if Young Thug hadn't snapped on the whole court thing and just threw himself at the mercy. He had really good attorneys in there. So, you know, he had the best defense money could buy. And the only thing they could say is, yes, Diddy is a whole piece of shit, bro. But he's not guilty of what they're saying. He's guilty of some domestic violence. He's guilty of being a certified freak, weirdo. But he's not guilty of what the feds are accusing him of. That's what their whole case was based on, in just layman's terms. And the prosecution had witness after witness after witness after witness. And then it was time for the defense to call up their witnesses. And I'm recapping this because, unfortunately, since it's a federal case, not a state case, we don't get to watch it in 4K. They're not broadcasting any of it. So when the defense came up, they called 0 witnesses, my guy. They said, we're not going to call any witnesses. We're just going to do our closing statement. And they're predicating all of this, thinking and hoping that they could sell it to the jury that there just wasn't enough evidence. So they're just going to, we don't even need to prove it, that he's innocent, that he's not guilty, because they didn't prove beyond a reasonable doubt that he is. Now, I think they have enough. Maybe not on everything, but they definitely have enough on a lot of the stuff. Joe Hernandez, I finally made it to Alive. Love being a part of the Wood Chipper tribe. We're so glad to have you here today, man. Love you, bro. Jensen said, evidently saying pedos belong in wood chippers is violent speech on X. I got manually reported. I thought X was a freedom of speech platform, man. I know that, like, so I could go and look in filtered comments on TikTok, and anytime anybody says wood chipper on TikTok, it goes directly to the filtered comments. Now, I want to point something out to all of us here. This beautiful community that we have all built together. When I first started this thing, when I first started screaming about throwing pedophiles in wood chippers on the internet a few years ago, you could say wood chipper and not get your shit censored. But now you can't. And I would like to think that's because of us. Every single one of us. I think we accomplished that. They now feel the need to censor us because we're making such a movement out of the wood chipper tribe, you guys. And if you want to get your wood chipper tribe shirt or tank top, it's on Bunker Branding, and there's a link in my bio. Now with Bunker Branding, with the Unsubscribed Podcast dudes and the Demolition Ranch dude. In fact, I was just talking to the fat electrician before we jumped in here. Yo, Lame Cube said, wood chipper! Love you, bro. Thank you so much. I appreciate that support. Super Bear Juice said, hey, brother, how are you and the fam doing? We're doing good, man. I appreciate you. How are you doing? So, and in fact, thank you, Mr. Dr. Dre Light. If you want to pick it up, it's pinned in the chat. So, this is where we're at right now. They've done their closing arguments. They've had all their witnesses. Everybody that had anything to say, it's done. It's over with. Everything is in, and it's up to the jury to decide. Now, I'm going to tell you as somebody who's gone through trial and won on a case that I was dead guilty of. Right now is the most earth-shaking, like soul-crushing period of time. Diddy is absolutely sweating his ass off right now because it's just the most stressful shit ever. To sit there and wonder, oh my God, what is my fate? What is my fate? What are they going to do to me? Because it's completely up to this jury. And this jury went back and they started deliberating. Within an hour of going back, they sent a note to the judge. They sent a note to the judge saying that they didn't feel like one of the jurors was going to be able to follow the judge's instructions. Judge's instructions are very simple, man, in a case like this. If you feel like they proved their case beyond a reasonable doubt for this charge, this charge, this charge, or this charge, then you have to convict. If you have reasonable doubts, then you don't. And they sent him a note saying they felt like juror number 25 was not going to be able to follow those simple-ass instructions. So simple a monkey could do it, bro. If you have any reasonable doubt in your mind, then don't convict. It's pretty simple. The burden of proof is on the U.S. government in this, since it's a federal case. So basically what they were saying is they have no faith in juror 25. Now, Diddy has a long-standing history, I'd like to point out, of obstructing justice, coercion, bribery. We know this. That fucking video that they watched in court of him doing that dastardly shit to Cassie, he paid $50,000 to the hotel staff to make sure that video never got out. And it still came out, homie. That shit still came out. So we know he likes to pay people off. So if there's a juror who the rest of the jurors are like, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't think this guy's doing his job. It makes me pause and go, did somebody get to him and pay him on Diddy's behalf? Is Diddy, is he on the Diddy payroll? Is he getting paid in baby oil? Is he getting paid in crisp EBT cards? What's going on here? Now, the dude is a 51-year-old scientist, a male scientist, who lives in New York City with his domestic partner. That's all the information we have on him. I think there's a high probability that he's getting paid by Diddy Associates to be the wrench in the spokes in this case. Sam Soto said, can you imagine the amount of freaks just like him that if they see him get off on some charges like that, they'll try to do it too, but worse? It absolutely, when we don't hand out proper consequences to people who are victimizing people, it absolutely sends the message that it's open season to do booty stuff non-consensually on other people. 1000%. Neo World Mafia, Neo Matrix said, I was sus on you at first, but you earned my respect over the year. I don't expect anybody to immediately embrace me. Let me show you who I am and understand that I'm going to be wrong sometimes. I'm going to come back and make it right. If I get new information, if I get proved wrong, if my take is bad and I come to a higher understanding, I'm going to come back and I'm going to hold myself accountable, bro. So I thank you and I'm glad that you're here. Yo, non-toxic Pacific Northwest, Wood Chipper Tribe. Hell yeah, bro. Jilly V said they only have to convict Diddy on 2 of all of his charges in order to get the RICO charge. Did Fed time myself and think this juror is tampered with. I think the juror is more tampered with than Diddy's back door. I'm just going to be honest with you. I think he's baby oil fresh. So here's the thing. I think that 1000% Diddy is cooked on the charge of transporting people across state lines for for prostitution. I think they've got him on that. I think they could easily hit him on the human trafficking. Now, if they get those 2, they could absolutely hit him with the RICO. That RICO Freako shit. The Cookout said, I was wondering something, JD. If a jury can't follow instructions from the judge, what will happen? Well, here's the thing. If it's just one juror, they can replace him. So if he continues to be an issue for the rest of the jurors, they have alternate jurors who were sitting there the whole time. And keep in mind, they've already replaced one juror because he was fucking around. So one juror has already been replaced. Now, they have other alternate jurors. So this juror 25, could be replaced. The judge hasn't done that yet. He sent back instructions for them basically, in legalese, he said, do your fucking job. No more monkey business. Now, after about 5 hours, the jury sent another note saying, we're not going to be able to resolve this tonight. We want to reconvene tomorrow. And that's where we're at the moment with this. Right now, we are at the point where they are going to get back together tomorrow, probably at 8 a.m., maybe 8:30. Who knows? I don't know how New York City does their shit. New York City doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I'm going to be real honest with you guys. But they're going to get back together tomorrow morning and they're going to be deliberating again. Now, this could go for an extended period of time. I honestly thought they would wrap this up quickly. The fact that within an hour they sent a message to the judge saying they were having a problem with somebody within an hour, to me says that 11 people all agree, but this guy is not with the shits. And that's crazy quick. If the jury comes back really quickly, that usually means somebody's fucked. And it sounds like they had a consensus early on with 11 out of 12. So that juror could end up getting replaced. We just don't know what's going to happen yet. Robin Hoodlum said, my guy, I love your channel. Keep going. Love you, homie. Appreciate you, Robin. Corey Graff, man. Love you, Bubba. Good to see you in the chat. 3% said, you make awesome content. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. So, yeah, I would hope and assume that we could have the verdict tomorrow and know what's going on. Now, I think that it's going to be real. Honestly, it's going to look real fucked up. Jason, I absolutely disagree with you that they haven't proved anything. I think they've fully gone above and beyond to prove that, I mean, they had receipts that Diddy was moving people, flying people across state lines for the purposes of prostitution. I think they got him on that at the very least. Now, all they need, in addition to that, to call shit sex trafficking, is that he was using coercion on any of these people for sexual purposes. And I think that video of Cassie trying to leave the freak off and him coming out, beating on her and dragging her back into that hotel room, to me, that's proof. To me, that is what it is, man. That's dead ass proof. Between that video and her testimony of what was going on behind the scenes, that he dragged her to get her to go back in there to perform sexual acts, that she wanted to leave, and he was trying to get her to perform sexual acts and he wouldn't let her go. It doesn't matter that he's not charged on DV, mud crab. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about coercion as an element for sex trafficking. DV is not a federal charge. That's why they didn't charge him with that. They're charging him with sex trafficking because that's what it was. He beat her to coerce her into doing sexual shit. That's human sex trafficking, my guy. And I feel like they have every grounds to hit him with that charge. That could be up to life in a federal courtroom, in federal prison. So, the Cookout said, JD, I really appreciate you telling the truth on this shit. I've been trying to keep up to date. You make it easy to find the truth. Wood chipper. And that's what I'm trying to do, my guys. I'm trying to explain this like, so I'm not a lawyer, right? I'm just a dude who's been in and out of the criminal justice system. And I know a little bit, and I study this stuff, but I'm trying to explain it in terms that are easy to understand and relatable. Because a lot of this stuff, when I read it, if I hadn't been through all the shit that I've been through, it wouldn't really make a lot of sense to me. So I try to bring it in a way that's easy to absorb, you know? Corey Graff, I got some good news yesterday. My auntie pulled some favors and got me a job like in 4 years, making almost $42 an hour. But bad thing is, I got to move back to Illinois. Do you not like Illinois, Corey? Congratulations on the new digs, bro. But you don't like Illinois? Are you on the fence about doing it? Kitty said, hey, JD, say hi to the family. Hello, family. We love you. And we love you, Kitty. Dommy, glad to see you get your life, our brother. Thank you so much. I was this close to going back to jail for a little bit. And I'm super stoked that I didn't have to, because jail is boo-boo. I just was talking to a friend. Actually, he was a friend of my son's, Alan's, that is in jail right now. Spent a couple phone calls with him today. You know, I talk to a lot of different people that are incarcerated, try to give them hope, try to give them love, and try to give them a vision for a better future so that when they get out, they can change their life and do something good and become leaders in their community and work to be able to help other people so that they don't continue that cycle. You know what I'm saying? And it also, to me, just kind of reminds me of where I came from, and it helps me to not fuck up. That wasn't a beer. I saw somebody say I grabbed a brew. This is a sugar-free Monster Ultra. It's a very manly drink. Leroy Hawley, feed first, down you go the other side and you'll be mulch. The wood chipper anthem, my guy. Okay, so does anybody have any questions on the Diddy thing? Rob John said, I think Diddy got to the juror. I agree. Next, he will try to get a pardon from Trump. Last, he will snitch on all the other freaks in the industry. I think that he already tried to snitch on everybody. And I think that he was the sacrificial lamb in this. I think that there's some very powerful people that he was doing terrible things with. And I personally think that they hung him out to dry. I think that he fucked up and he made himself too much of a liability. I think that he put himself out there too publicly. I think that he just made himself into too much of a clown, and that everybody else was like, yo, this dude is going to get us all fucked. Let's put him on the grill. And I think that he probably tried to turn on everybody, but I don't think that they let him. Dominar said, you have proven integrity by your words and actions. A lot of YouTubers can learn from you. Keep on chipping on. I love you, Dom. Thank you so much. Corey, not on the fence about the gig, bro. Illinois sucks. Taxes are high for no reason. Pew pew laws are ridiculously dumb. Governor J.B. Pritzker is a disgrace. Bro, I feel all of that living here in Oregon, man. Now, I spent a lot of time studying self-defense laws in Oregon, and I found out that it's a lot better in Oregon than I originally, than when I was here before. They've made some changes, so I like that. But I think self-defense laws need to be made federal, because I don't think that I think defending yourself should be a right across the board in this country. Defending yourself, your home, your property, your family. I believe it to be a constitutional right, and I don't think states should be able to infringe upon that. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Shirley Smith, thank you so much. I hope he gets the Epstein suite. Patrick. Yeah, so Diddy, man, I don't think Diddy should get off that light, to be honest with you. Anthony Cavazos, you really make my day every time I see your live streams. I'm dealing with so much shit right now. I'm about to go ballistic. Well, I'm glad that I jumped on when I did, and I'm glad that you could be here with family, bro. We love you. You're in a good place. 2A all day. I feel that, Mallory. You must want communism too. That's a weird statement, Jason. Are you Austin weird? Is that like your whole get down? Is that like a personality trait you try to embrace, is being publicly weird for attention? Is this the attention that you craved, my friend? Here, take it. Here you go. Oh, yep, grab it. Now take it and put it between your butt cheeks and clench so you can hold it as long as you can. That was one of my petties for the day. I don't like communism. I don't like that shit. Take that shit to New York City, my guy. Why is bro bringing up communism? D-Money Industries. I have no idea. I can't call it. But it's between his butt cheeks right now. And he's just squeezing them. He's just doing a nice squeezy-deezy. It's a good deal. Spiritual Panda, is Diddy going after J-Lo or fake news? I have not seen anything substantial or verifiable that Diddy is going after J-Lo. I've not seen anything that I would consider to be verified that he's going after J-Lo. Now, do I think that when him and J-Lo were together, that she did things that he probably has dirt on her for? Absolutely. I believe that. Like, you guys remember the whole thing with that shooting in the nightclub with Shine? And she, it's speculated that she held the gun for Diddy and that she lied under oath because it was speculated that Diddy was actually the one who shot him and Shine took the fall. But I'm betting that there's probably some weird sexual stuff too. J-Lo I think J-Lo has bad aura, bro. Let me ask you guys, do you guys in the chat, do you guys get like ooky feelings? Like in your intuition, down in your gut, do you guys feel like J-Lo probably is a bad person? Agreed. Yes. J-Lo weird. Yes. See, I knew I wasn't the only one who had a fucked up feeling about J-Lo. Kitty said, so Diddy got more charges dropped? No, they didn't actually drop charges. What they dropped was basically precursors, like things that they can use to build the RICO case. They're elements. Elements is the word that they use. Precursors is when you're cooking meth. Sorry, guys. My brain goes there. I am a retired Breaking Bad chef. So precursors is for cooking meth. Elements of the RICO case. They dropped the arson and then one other thing. But his federal charges all still stand. Twisted Thoughts. Just bought my first tribe shirt. Wood chipper. Hell yeah, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I love you, homie. Jacqueline Hoover said, Jacqueline Hoover, wood chipper crew. Diddy is disgusting, wood chipper. Hi, Jax. My nickname is Jax, too. And that's funny because Jax's real full name is Jacqueline, and she goes by Jax. So you guys, hey! Welcome to my world. JD, bro, keep bringing the truth and the news with your flair. Love you, bro. I love you, too, homie. Thank you so much. Hispanic Gamer, love you, brother. No homo. No homo, I love you, too, homie. Thank you. I wanted to show you guys these because these just came. So check this out. Stickers from Bunker Branding. This is the new JD Delay logo. We have it on the shirts and tank tops too. The You Loot, We Shoot. And it has my friend Maurice on it. You guys see Maurice in the background? That big old gator head straight out of Florida? Yeah. And then we also have the It Is What It Tism stickers. I just got these and they're so high quality. And I'm so stoked on them, man. So I wanted to share that with you guys. All of that is at Bunker Branding, and there is a link at the top of the chat if you guys want to check those or any of the shirts or any of that stuff out. Can we get a Reading branch of the Wood Chipper tribe? I think the Wood Chipper tribe is worldwide at this point, homie. I really do. The Howling Gamer, it's been a minute. Good to see you. F Diddy, F J-Lo, feed to the Wood Chipper. Yes. Dominar said, cheek squeezer, if you are upset with the USA, I'm sure JD Community will gladly help start a GoFundMe so you could get the hell out. Facts on that, bro. TBJ Reptiles, good to see you, family. I'm glad you're here. Mike had a baby. It's a boy. Congratulations on the boy. Hell yeah. Thank you for that support, Mike. What's good, JD? How have you and Jax been? I usually have a different name. I'm on probation. Supposed to be off tomorrow. I've done everything, class, fines. I have restitution reserved, and my insurance has tried months to contact victim violation. Yo, I know how hard it is to get off probation because literally the system is set up to give you pitfalls and speed bumps to make you fail. And I am so proud of you, my guy. That is so amazing. I hope that goes smooth. When I got off probation, I didn't even get notified till months later. And I kept calling them and they were like, yeah, we don't see anything. Finally, months later, I got notice in the mail that I was finally off probation. It was the craziest shit. But I was on unsupervised. This is the freest I've been in so long. I'm so stoked. JJ, former Marine, wounded in Iraq. I love your shit, homie. Thank you for your service and your sacrifice. Our country does not do enough for you. Just know that here in this family, in this community, in this home, in my heart, you have the utmost love and respect. He's not wearing pants at all. I am wearing shorts, bro. These are shorts. What do you mean? Why would I wear pants? It's like 89, 98 degrees outside. Would you want to wear pants? That's crazy. Wood Chipper Tribe in Alberta. Hell yeah, white chocolate. The Howling Gamer. Can we get a name on who tried bribing your language tone? I signed an NDA on that. So a lot of the time when you get offers for cool shit, you have to sign NDAs. And, I'm just going to be honest with you. Most opportunities that you get from big opportunities in this type of industry, you're going to have to sign an NDA before you talk to them. And most of them are going to want you to not have brand safety issues. I have lost so many opportunities because the shit that I talk about. Like my video that's going off right now. I can't believe that YouTube hasn't taken it down yet. It's about that King Azuli, Ben Azuli dude. And I say gang rape 4 times in it. Shit like that makes brands not want to advertise through you. It makes companies not want to work with you. But I don't think that we should be dumbing down the language on some of this shit because the language is important. It's important to the victims. It's important for awareness. And it's important so people know how serious some of these fucking nasty monsters are. So, Mike had a baby, it's a boy. Is that violation? I'm losing sleep. I don't know. I don't know what state you're in. Some states are a lot harder on that than others. I think that if you're, it really depends. What type of a relationship do you have with your PO? All of that stuff is relevant because when it comes to probation, stuff like this is on a case-by-case basis, brother. It really is. Aaron Frolin said, language is utmost important. Totally with you, my friend. And there's times where, you can pussyfoot around stuff. There's times when you can't, man. There's times when it just feels really important to me. Vita, what's the verdict? Okay, so we don't have a verdict yet. Right now, the jury is still deliberating. They've tried to eliminate one of the jurors already. Within an hour, they were trying to eliminate one of the jurors. 11 of the jurors agreed. 1 didn't. And they sent a note to the judge saying, we don't think this dude can follow the simple instructions he was given. And we would like you to do something about that. And the judge wasn't having it. He sent back a note to the jury saying, basically, tighten up and do your job. Deliberate. argue about that shit till you come to, because a jury is supposed to look at everything, digest everything together, argue with each other until they come to an agreement. That's part of it. But it sounds like all 11 jurors agreed on one thing, except this 12th juror didn't. And when it comes back that quick, it's usually fucking guilty. Statistically, when a jury has come to a decision within an hour, that means that person is going to get found guilty, statistically speaking. Mike had a baby, it's a boy, it's Florida. I would call your PO first thing in the morning. I know that it's a little bit late right now, but I would call your PO first thing in the morning. I would be in regular contact with your PO. Florida is serious as a heart attack when it comes to this stuff, brother. I'd love to just give you reassurance and bring you peace, but Florida probation is scary, dog. I understand why you're stressed about it now. The Helen Gamer, what's freedom of speech if you can't speak up? So I understand that advertisers, like most of these social media platforms, are advertiser based. That's how they make their money. And this is a business to them. Legally, I can call Ben Azuli a gang rapist and not get legal consequences. Freedom of speech means that I don't get legal consequences because he's convicted. Ben Azuli, the King Azuli dude, who has 500,000 subscribers here on YouTube and 300,000 on TikTok. That dude was convicted of gang raping a 15-year-old virgin that he got so intoxicated she couldn't fight back. Now, I could say that and not get legal consequences because it's not defamation, it's the truth. It was proven in court. But saying it on social media, I'm surprised YouTube hasn't taken the video down. I'm honestly surprised. I really am. Yo, Lincoln Dougal Von Doofenfucker, I fuck with you because you say the words. My guy, I love you, bro. Kyle Kuntz, are you still playing music? Like Kuntz. I don't know if I said it right the first time or the second time, but I love you. So I play the drums every single day. And I do vocals whenever I have time, but I get in and play the drums every single day. I've incorporated playing drums as my cardio. I'll get it because it's full body cardio. I use double bass and I get it. I play metal drums every single day. Aaron Gormley, my brother was emmed by our neighbor when he was 4. The whole neighborhood knew about him and didn't say anything. F them and that mentality. They don't change. Put them in the fucking wood chipper. I'm so sorry that you went through that, and I agree with you 100%, my man. Wolf, thank you so much for that support. Love you. Mike had a baby, it's a boy. Appreciate you. Make pedophiles afraid again. Pray you have a safe 4th of July. And homie, you're going to be in me and Jackson's prayers tonight. Please come back and let me know what happens with your probation because we genuinely care, man, and we want to see you living your best life. Mr. Gearhold, love and respect, brother. God bless. God bless you too. Thank you so much, homie. What's with the Tory Lanez stabbing? So here's the thing. The Tory Lanez stabbing, I honestly think that the dude who stabbed Tory Lanez was just a J-Cat, bro. So at first it seemed like maybe there was something more with it because Tory Lanez is actually getting traction towards getting his case overturned. And I thought maybe they're coming after him because I know that sometimes shit like that does happen, bro. But then they did an interview with the dude who stabbed him, and the dude just seems kind of like mentally unbalanced. Now, I'm going to let you guys know this. I know this is going to be earth-shaking new information for a lot of you guys. So please, buckle your safety belts, put a Zin in, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you need to do to be ready for this. I just want you guys to know, a lot of people in jails and prisons are mentally unstable. They're a liability. You never know what's going to happen. That's why, people ask, how do I make it through without getting in any fights? Even if you do everything right, there's always going to be people that are going to get out of hand, bro, because people in there are mentally unstable. It just is what it is. Sean Kaiser, hey, JD, finally made one. Love having you here, bro. Addison Miller Sr., I'm a PO in Florida. Addison, do you have any advice for our friend Mike, who's really worried? He's supposed to be off tomorrow, and he's really worried he doesn't want to get a violation. Mitchell Best Jr., I'm glad you overcame bad things. I'm from Missouri. What's up, Mitchell? Love you, bro. Thank you so much. You guys, I just want to let you know, Jax just entered the room. She is here with me. So, yes, Jax is here now. Say hello, Jax.
Hi, I just wanted to come and send everyone some love before I go back to what I was doing.
Yes, Janelle, it's great to see you here. So let's see. Battleship Rukia Soul Reaper. What happened with the firefighters that got shot at? So look, man, rest in peace. Those 2 firefighters, our hearts go out to you and to the family. So somebody set a fire in Idaho, a wildfire. And when the firefighters showed up, they had sniper fire. Now, the original reports and the reports, like, throughout this whole thing, said that there were 2 shooters at least. They found one body and a rifle of a 20-year-old kid. And they're saying it was a lone shooter now. But the initial report said the shooting was coming from multiple directions. I don't buy it. I personally don't buy that shit. I think that there was another shooter. I don't know if they got even one shooter. I'm not sure what the fuck is going on. But I think something is fishy with it. Does anybody buying the narrative that they're kicking with this? Does anybody else think something's messed up? He could have been moving and shooting. I understand that. There's echoes in the mountains. I do understand that as well. For Michaela, raising a glass. Brendan Hull, love you, bro. Hell yeah. Kyle said, sorry for going off topic with the music topic, but you should check out Mike Portnoy from Dream Theater. Kick-ass drummer. Mike is an absolutely insane drummer, bro. I can't touch him. Wolf said, have you heard of Clarence Elkins, an innocent man sentenced for rape? Could you do a video on him? I will look him up as soon as I get off here, bro. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. Mr. Gearholt, God bless you and all the chat. Lots of respect for the family. Take a moment to say a prayer for them. Absolutely, man. You know, here's the thing, is there are so many amazing firefighters out there. I have had the privilege of being friends with firefighters that are absolutely just incredible people. So for somebody to set a trap for them, it just doesn't make sense to me. And yes, another thing, dude didn't really have a social media presence. He's a 20-year-old kid who had like 3 pictures of him online. That's weird to me in 2025. Is that weird to anybody else? The narrative about the shooter just does not sit right with me. What's your favorite type of steak? So I like sirloins because they're not very fatty. And I like my steak medium. A little bit more on the rare side of medium. I'm 30 and I have 0 socials. Blitzins. Okay. I get that. Sean said he deleted all his socials 20 years ago. But back when it was MySpace was fucking fun, bro. I liked that shit. Lisa Taylor, your thoughts on Kohberger taking a plea deal? I have not gotten a chance to look into that yet. I wish that I could honor your super with giving you an informed, like an informed opinion on that, but I haven't looked into it at all. So I don't really know what the plea deal was or anything about that. Social media is a cesspool of shiz. I get that. Did you ever serve time in the Pendleton Penitentiary? Rook Scally. So Pendleton doesn't have a penitentiary. What they have is an institution. It is Snake River Correctional Institution. And yes, I was there. The only penitentiary in the state of Oregon is Oregon State Penitentiary in Salem. My brother Jelly Roll was there yesterday and did a free show for the 2nd year in a row for the guys in Oregon State Penitentiary. I actually got to talk to one of my good friends, Earl Carnahan, who got to go out on the yard and see a free Jelly Roll show, because that's just what my brother does. He goes to do some work to like bring joy into people's lives everywhere that he goes, man. He's such a good dude. Let's see. Hey, what's up, Matt Tyndall? Love you, bro. I love the people that just say shit like free Diddy. Free Diddy, I'm doing something. I'm trolling. It's like the most unoriginal shit ever. It's crazy. What's the update? Packinator. So let's do a quick update. Basically what's gone down is both the prosecution and the defense have rested their cases. The defense brought witness after witness after witness after witness. They put a bunch of evidence into place, videos. The jury had to sit through fucking freak off videos. They had to watch a video of Diddy brutally beating Cassie. Then it was the defense's turn, and they didn't bring a single witness. They didn't introduce any evidence. They're banking everything on the idea that the prosecution didn't fully prove to the jury beyond a reasonable doubt that Diddy is guilty. Now, I think they got him on at least the interstate prostitution charge. I think that they've got him on the human trafficking, because all the human trafficking shit is forcing somebody to do sexual acts through coercion. Now, you've got the video of Cassie getting beat up in the hotel trying to leave a freak off because she didn't want to fuck people. And she told Diddy she was leaving because she didn't want to fuck people while he watched. And then he followed her out and beat her ass and dragged her back in there. That's fucking human trafficking, guy. So I think they got him on those two. And if they get him on two, they can get him on the RICO charge too. I think they have enough to get him on everything. But I think they at least have enough to get him on something. Justin said, where can I buy a shirt? So look, man, Justin, I love you, Justin Tweet. At the top of the chat, you'll see there's a pinned comment that goes to Bunker Branding. That is a direct link to my merch, which is all at Bunker Branding, the same company that does all of Unsubscribed podcast stuff. And we have new Make Pedophiles Afraid Again shirt. We have Wood Chipper Tribe shirts. We have You Loot, We Shoot. We have the It Is What It Tism shirts. We got a whole bunch of stuff over there, my man. Thank you so much. GPB, can we get a D-Block ASMR sketch? That would be hilarious. Greetings from Nashville. I will absolutely work on that, homie. Big love to you. Spunky Weirdo, Wood Chipper supporter. Yes! Leaking Google Von Doofenfucker. I noticed weed eaters work very well for wasps' nests. If you were trapped on an island with Diddy and all you had was a weed eater, how long do you think it would take to rehabilitate him with it? Bro, I'm getting so many crazy mental images with that. That shit just tickles me pink, bro. I love that shit. I think I could work him down to nothing but bones within an 8-hour workday. I wouldn't want to rush it. You know what I'm saying? We would be taking it nice and slow. We'd start somewhere that's going to be non-lethal and work our way around. You know what I'm saying? Maybe leave him for a while with just no actual skin on him, and then roll him in the sand since it's salty. Rub salt on all the wounds. Rub it around a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Joanne got here late. She walked into this discussion about Merck and Diddy with a weed whacker. She's got to be like, what are you crazy people talking about? Sorry, Joanne. Love you, sis. Assuming Diddy wouldn't fight back, not that he has a chance. Bro, Diddy couldn't stop me from fucking him if he wanted to, bro. I could do anything to Diddy that I wanted to. That dude ain't shit. I'd wrap that dude up. He would not be in a good life, bro. He would be in a bad place real quick. A floor sander. Yep. You already know. Honey and fire ants. I mean, if we were on an island with honey and fire ants, that's an effective way to take it real slow. Real nice and slow. Ollie said Bunker Branding is owned by Matt, who is a great guy. Demolition Ranch was his start on YouTube. Absolute facts, man. Absolute facts. And I'm really, really grateful. I want to give a big shout out to the Fat Electrician for multiple times pressuring me to join Bunker Branding, because the quality of designs and the quality of the prints are so much better over there. And I'm so happy to be with a company like Bunker Branding. And I'm just really enjoying working with them. It's really great. And the Fat Electrician multiple times was like, Yeah, bro, you need to just come over to Bunker. Dominar said, Patreon, we the people want. I will be doing that, bro. I know I keep saying it. I will be doing a Patreon. Thank you so much for reminding me. I love you, bro. Rob Doherty, sup, JD? Keep on keeping on, my friend. You too, my friend. I love you. I appreciate that. I think we could safely say Diddy won't have any friends in prison. Well, here's the thing. Diddy, I mean, nasty old dirty fucking stinky pedophiles have friends in prison. They hang out with the other pedophiles. You know what I'm saying? Any type of bad crime that you can find, there's somebody in there that has that same type of fuck shit, bro. For sure. For absolute sure. And Diddy is rich. Diddy has a shitload of money, but it's not going to protect him in prison. He's not going to have a good time in there. He's going to be fucking degraded, humiliated. He's going to be living with freaks and weirdos, and he's going to be getting fucked up, bro. You know? It's going to be bad. And I would be truly shocked if this verdict came back and he was found not guilty on all of this shit. Truly shocked. My flabbers would be gasted. I would have to say that there is a hitch in everybody on that jury's giddy up. If all of the evidence and the witnesses that were presented to them and they came back with a not guilty on all those charges, he might get off on one or something or two. He's going in for a while, though, in my personal opinion, with this. Backwoods Templar, give Diddy the boats. Scaffism. Hell yeah. I love it, bro. So, Trial Junkies United said Kohberger pleaded, hey, Trial Junkies, it's good to see you. Said he pleaded guilty to 4 counts of murder and 1 burglary. LWOP, no appeals. The Gonclave's family is furious. They had no warning and feel the state let them down. This was a surprise. So we got life without parole. I don't think they should be able to make offers like that. Personally, in my opinion, I don't think the prosecution should be able to make offers to people without getting the victim's consent or the victim's family's consent in situations where the victim is no longer alive. I feel like it's a huge disservice to justice and to the families for the prosecutors to be able to do something like that behind the victims or the family of the victims' backs. So I completely understand the fact that they weren't even notified. That's horrific, bro. That's fucking horrific. Those kids are dead, and this dude gets to keep on living and live his life in prison. I understand why the family's mad. 1,000%. Brendan Hull, good man, JD, for Michaela. Wood shiver! Daviator, what's up, bro? Keep on chipping, broski. Love you, Daviator. Appreciate it, man. Hell yeah. Cody, big love and respect. Let's see. Spiritual Panda said, I hope Diddy money goes no more for commissary. So I don't think there's anything here where the feds would be able to seize all of his money. I could be wrong on that. I'll admit that I don't know everything about federal seizures when it comes to RICOs and stuff. And I think that he has plenty of evidence to prove that the majority of his money came from legal things. I don't think he was making money off of his illegal shit. His criminal enterprise wasn't a money-making enterprise. It was a him getting to do crazy sex shit enterprise. You know what I'm saying? He was actually spending rightfully gotten gains to do illegal shit. So I don't think they would be able to seize money he made from music and Sean John clothes. Who the fuck's wearing Sean John clothes anymore, bro? It's crazy. And his liquor, all of that shit. Trial Junkie said, totally agree. The family should have gotten notified. I think it comes down to money. And you could be 100% correct on that money summation there. Clinton said, Idaho House Bill 380. Let's go. Also, 9/8/12/31, no tax on firearms and ammo in Florida. I am going to need to make a road trip since I have a reciprocity with my state. Dude, yeah, did you see that? That they're making a state holiday where there's like a month where there's no tax on guns or ammo or accoutrements, as DeSantis said, for anything gun related. I think that's a fucking ripping holiday. I wish that I had my Second Amendment rights. And shit, I wish we were going to be there during the period of time that was, because we're going to Florida. We actually get on a plane tomorrow to go to Florida because Jax does have her rights, and I know that she'd probably like to pick up some new stuff, tax-free. Crazy White Boy, 3 weeks clean and sober today. Thank you for being a part of my recovery, brother. God bless. We are so proud of you, homie. Hell yeah, that is absolutely beautiful. Be proud of yourself. That's a huge accomplishment. Justin Tweet, thank you so much, homie. Appreciate it. Matthew Yang, JD, a woman found not guilty for running over her cop boyfriend. That was Karen Reed, correct? I believe that was the Karen Reed case. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to fully look into that case, but it seemed really interesting. Yo, Richie, 15 months clean and sober today. Congrats, my guy. Hell yeah. So speaking of having to get on a plane tomorrow, I've got a lot of stuff that I need to do. So I'm going to be jumping off here. Dominar said, if you put red and black ants into a jar, they will live peacefully. Now shake the jar, they will fight. Who is shaking our jar? It rhymes with Boros, and it starts with an S, bro, in my opinion. I'm just saying. I don't know what endgame that dude has, but I know he's evil. I know his whole family's evil. All right, you guys, so I'm going to get to packing and getting ready to jump on a plane tomorrow. I love you guys, each and every one of you. Hopefully tomorrow we'll have a verdict, and maybe once oh shit, I'm going to be on a plane all day tomorrow. Well, I'll still be coming at you in shorts. So until the next one, it's all one love, baby.